All right, good morning. I want to operate off of here to show you guys something. Um, Bro, so we manipulated hard off open. We were already negative 200 points on the day. We really engineered liquidity right here, respected buy side imbalance, and so now we are here. And I'll go over later kind of why these targets are my targets. But this is on paper trade. This is a practice trade. I did not take this on my prop firm account because this is a lot for a Friday, and I feel like we might get more of an internal range liquidity type of setup. And also, ES has already disrespected a big, not yet, we haven't traded completely through it, but inside of this big gap, we do have another buy side imbalance. So once we hit that, that'll probably be like the internal trade. I don't know if I want to take that. I know this chart looks crazy, but that's what is so crazy about this market right now is like they're making it so complicated to they're making it almost so complicated if it's a complete reversal or if it is a really deep pullback. Look at this, dude. That is insane for Friday. That is crazy, man. So daily open, high, low closes, we are extremely bearish. We have this is like that's like your weekly EQ. I like that a lot. And so we are back now at like 200. I'm gonna say 216, 245 points on the day. This is crazy right here. And we almost, I mean, we're looking at it now. We are respecting 8:30 open. So this gap now is kind of irrelevant since we just ran through it. And so like we absolutely crashed. I don't really want to see us come back in to a gap and like displace. I'm kind of wanting for us to displace a little bit more. What is ES doing? ES is crashing hard as well, meaning that we probably respect on a 3 minute. We could come and take sell side and manipulate again. I don't know why we would do that because it's like we have enough for a bearish push down now. I don't know why that looks good, but that looks really good too. So kind of how I'm seeing it is we manipulated hard to ignite buyers, and then from that we were in such a deep premium that led for us to expand downward. So I'm going to do some chart cleanup. That's all I'm really looking at. So like if we So from measuring that high to this low, that's now measured and moved down into this fair value gap. That's a bigger like 1 hour gap or something like that. Making sure my computer's charged. But yeah, that is crazy for Friday. Bro, we manipulated down 100 points. Then right back at it, we manipulated another 100 points to the upside. And so now we are basically back down where we started. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. This is why, like, bro, I kind of am in like a good flow state of mind of being like, I'm good with not taking a trade today. I'm good with just looking at practice, looking at copy, or looking at paper trading. Like, what is the 15 looking like right now? Gosh, I should have anticipated that because we pulled back into a 3-minute order block after continuing structure. This is just that was a really deep pullback. That was a 100-point pullback. Like, bro, the amount of traders that just got chopped in that, probably freaking thousands, hundreds, thousands. That is unreal. But yeah, so now since we got some time on our hands, this is kind of how I'm sitting. So, this was a beautiful trade. Beautiful trade that was live. These 2 days right here, is neurologically excusable in my book. I had to go to the neurologist on the 26th, and then the 25th, I was having some migraine issues as well. But besides that, man, we are looking pretty good. I'm gonna bring you guys back to the paper trade account. This is kind of what I'm focusing on today. Man, that's crazy. So we came up, we were respected buy side imbalance. I thought we were fixing a flood. There is a mean threshold that I was looking at for the daily, which was somewhere up here, which means this could be a potential draw for the day. Really, if we and I want to kind of go over that. So, like, bro, if we were, let's say that we went above 830 price, that mean threshold would have been a potential draw. So that's one thing that I was kind of looking at. And so it's also cool because we came down and we respected. Wow, man, that is just crazy. Crazy, crazy. Another thing, too, that's been helping me out a little bit, it clears up a bunch of noise, is this right here. As you can see, we clearly respected this low to this high right in there, and it produced this big, long, kind of flood line. So yeah, anything now is just going to be internal setup, which could mean, and we're going to be kind of selling into a discount, which is another low probability thing that you can look for. Like that's not something I'm wanting to look at. Like I'm not really looking to take a trade on live today because of how we just expanded down 170 points. Would have been crazy if we came down and respected this buy side imbalance right here to then go up. That would have been a big like market maker model. But here we are. So I feel like the narrative for AM session is already done now. And doing some investigating, I really, really, really cannot wait for the time that I can seriously go into this full time, man. To where um, like AM session, talk to the students, lunch, then come back for the PM session. That's what I'm really, really looking for because the way that I trade, man, it's like I have a really good setup somewhere in AM session, and if it's not in the AM session, that makes it even more high probability that it's going to be in the PM session. That's how I look at it. Like you can look at it, oh, we didn't get nothing in the AM session, we're not going to get anything in the PM session. But I kind of look at it differently, in more of like an optimistic view. But yeah, so let's look at a couple other things, right? That this 3 minute that was really big. That was really big for all the people who got in right there. Maybe like a 20-point move. That is really, really nice. Then we can go down into not really paying attention to YM as much. Um, what the heck? I had some stuff drawn out on dollar, and it didn't really save it. Yeah, so the dollar is getting weak, meaning short-term bullishness. But I think for buy side dollar, we have stacked highs right here. I think that we will get there today. Um, of course, with Trump and everything, that's like that would make the dollar more bullish for every good thing that he says. So, like on a day like today, kind of is how you could maybe, just maybe, anticipate just maybe anticipate like a lunch reversal, maybe. That'd be kind of interesting, but yeah, I'm kind of done looking at AM session, man. I feel like this was really action packed. This was just like really crazy, man. Higher time frame, it doesn't look crazy, but yeah, if we could have gotten a big market structure shift right there, I was kind of looking for something like this to expand up. That would have been pretty cool. So now it would be rather nice to go off of this. And this is now where like yeah, so now it's like we're gonna have to sell into a premium here, which is I mean it's permissible, but it's just lower probability stuff. And I'm not wanting to do that today. I'm not wanting to do that. Basically what I'm saying is this is a great day for practice trading. But I do love my Fridays, man. I absolutely love Friday opportunity. Like the past couple of good Fridays is like has been pretty cool. And also this would be like a cool time to look on like the 30-second, 15-second to get like a real scalp in there. But I'm not doing that. Yeah, let's get some of that in here. Um, so this right here is just your discount array. So this is kind of all chop in the last 4 minutes. So you might be like, bro, what are you even looking at? Right? So we have a very short-term market structure shift. We're coming back into order block territory. It's like this could be a sell model right here. Going for EQ of this wick. Very low probable though. This is not what the average trader is going to be looking at. But that's kind of the model I'm looking at. And you can look to go break even somewhere around here. So literally this move down, taking out a swing low that's like the permissible trade here. But this just takes a lot out of you. You know, that's another thing with going really low time frame wise is like this stuff really, really takes a lot out of you. Like how I see it is it really chews up your mental acuity for things. Like it's speeding up your process by so much. Like throughout a whole entire session is a lot. And then you are just looking at like the quantumania of a session whenever you're looking at stuff like this on like a 15-second or 30-second time frame. It's understandable. Like I understand this clearly, but it's just it takes so much out of you, man. And especially for a Friday's volatility. Then you throw on top of that the Trump market volatility. Then you throw on top of that you're trying to manage prop firm money. Yeah, bro. That's like that's crazy. But this is just fun to play with. You know, like this right here, if we came back up into the order block, that would then be another entry, technically, or enter off of this candle right here, because you're still looking at 1.5 hour maybe. Because now it's like, so this right here is just an array of this entire leg, right? And so what you're doing is you're just halving that. So this is just your discount market, which is now you're in premium of your discount, which is crazy, I know. But all right, so we're gonna get rid of this stuff here. Think of it as like a battery, bro. The lower time frame that you go, you are using so much more of your mental, psychological battery. That's how I see it. Like it kills your battery, and you can't stay there long. Very interesting and compelling though. Like that's cool, cool stuff. Um, but yeah. So we could come back into premium of this price leg, and what do we have in that premium? Well, we have a 5-minute gap, right? So then you can bust it down to the 3-minute. You close up into this gap right here. That's what I'm kind of looking for. You're in premium. You're in a bearish market. This is more of a higher probability setup. It's still internal range liquidity because you're inside of this high and this low. But something like this would kind of be permissible. Probably go a little bit lower with your take profit. That would be a really good setup. Still not taking that. Um, And also, man, another thing that I'm kind of testing out is, bro, I know you're gonna feel like a B word for not getting on the charts every day, but bro, like for me right now, taking off Wednesday is like good. Like because you have your Q1 and then your Q2 for the week. Like Monday, Tuesday is going to be your first quarter. Then it's like Wednesday you reassess. You know, instead of like live trading, you can come home. This is really just pertaining to me directly, but like, uh, but like Wednesday could be like, okay, this is my rest day, getting ready for Q2 for Thursday, Friday. Um, you know, like reflecting shit, like cool stuff. Like you're reflecting over, you know, that's like it's not a bad thing. And I know it's like, no, bro, I got to trade every day. It's like, yeah, I get it, bro. I've been there. You know, like I'm speaking off of experience, and everyone's different, man. Some people don't have to work at all. And bro, if that's the case, you should be on the charts every day. But and I feel like me and one of my homies, man, one of my main homies, trader homies, we talk about professionalism a lot. And like, bro, it's professional to only look like for me, it's professional to only be looking at to only be looking to trade during your high probability time. Like, bro, trade 9:30 to 11. If you don't see something, all right, cool. In the future, I want to be like that. And then after, go get lunch, go read, go do something, and then come back for the PM session because PM session for me, I'm looking for more of like a reversal during then. All right, so let's see a little bit higher time frame what this is. So we just had a run on stops, and we still have our mean threshold for the day, but that's our old mean threshold. Mean threshold is just going to be taking the whole average of this candle and using that midpoint as a draw. I'm just going to put MT daily. I don't have it annotated here, but using your mean threshold for the daily and using your 830 opening price, kind of going to small that up. And now it's like we're a little bit later in the session. I don't know if we have what it takes to go down like 113 points. That's why I said like after this big move here, and look at this wick. That's like a timestamp. That's like saying, okay, the rally is now kind of finished, and then we have a volume imbalance right here where two bodies did not connect. And it's like we're clearly respecting that. Short term, we're respecting that. Could it come and get taken out? Yes, because we came back up into a premium market. Um, So going right here and looking at the open, I'm looking at midnight open 89525. Close enough. So that's going to be your midnight open. And now we're going to go to 8:30 opening price. 64925. All right, close enough too. So this is going to be 8:30. So yeah, I know this is a messy chart, guys, but like let's say that our 8:30 price was down here. That's kind of where I would look at going towards the mean threshold on the daily as a draw. Because it's like, okay, if we basically swept and we close back above 8:30, get some type of signature, then we get some type of structure thing, that's whenever we could be like, okay, cool, I can buy back up into that. But not for this scenario. And like this candle right here is telling me like, bro, we might, this is basically communicating to me saying we probably are likely to not come back down to this. Because it's like, look at the wick. Bro, look at the wick. That's a 40-point wick. I don't know. And I'm kind of just looking at this range from here to 8:30. And like the way it's looking, we can completely blow through this. I don't know. I'm just trying to be very vocal about how I'm thinking, bro. I feel like I'm really opening up on this video. This is a lot, man. So, like, this is the difference between a good bro. If you're seriously watching this video, bro, shout out to you because you're gonna get a lot of good information. This is like very, very important to me. So, like, you see how this right here, this market structure shift, this swing low. We have a high and a high. We have a wick that's higher, and we have another wick that's higher. Pointing out this one, that's your swing low. Same thing for a swing high. This is a swing high wick. That is a swing high wick because we have two wicks that are lower than that. So you could extend this out and use that and saying, okay, we have a market structure shift. We're more likely to go up. All right, cool. So we have a market structure shift now and we're going down. But the thing on how to determine if it is a strong market structure shift or a weak market structure shift is I want to see this be more spacious, not just like 1, 2, 3, 4 candles. And I would like to see this on the 3-minute as well, like a spacious 3-minute market structure shift. Like that. That's kind of what I'm looking for. That's a little bit elongated, but I still like that. That's cool. Um, like that right there is telling me, hey, we're likely to move lower after a pullback. We pull back into an order block. Bam. And that's what produces. That's what helps me kind of calculate bigger moves. Bro, if you are listening to this, you are literally a gangster. Like, shout out to that because you just got a lot of sauce. And so, really, man, again, like, we're selling into a discount. So, this is like low probability trade. So, this is what I'm looking at. Like, even if we tap back into this and rally down, I still just, it's low probability, man. And that's what's going to define you from being more professional and less professional. Is, bro, still coming on here knowing I'm not about to take a trade, but for the sake of you guys, like, that's like, bro. I'm telling you, I want to go over some psychology stuff as well. But yeah, um, yeah, I can go over this. I would say that's like permissible. That's the only permissible trade that I'm looking at right now. But I'm still not going to take that. This it's just like, man, it's not A plus. Um, it's this is not an A plus day. I just want to come on here for you guys. I want to come on here for practice, unless I really see something. And the likelihood of something happening before 11 o'clock, like an A plus setup to form at 11 o'clock, is very unlikely. Yeah, this is just like some journaling, like daily, just, bro, if you have a good thought, I'm such a fan of just journaling that to where you can go back and you can read that and be like, damn, bro, I just snapped. Like, true to self signature, you know? But yeah, this is like basically for anything. This is just me as a person, kind of, man. I'm in it for the love of the game. I'm extremely resilient and I will not quit no matter what. I'm not stopping until I am among the best. Never been the smartest, but always had the most resilient heart. Um, it takes a lot of emotional intelligence to read the market, and that's where I excel, and that's where I feel like that's where my genius comes out. You know, it's corny, but it's like they call you a genius, or they're gonna call you crazy until you make it happen. Then you're a genius. That's just reality. Um, it's very dangerous when you have someone who is in it for the love of the game and builds his geniusness inside of it and adores the process. Um, yeah, and it's like bro, I continue to progress because I always keep charging. It's like I charge and I exercise my thoughts. I've built this way of life. Um, so I just, it's like I naturally improve and get more distance naturally. It used to not be like this. I had to create a beast. My aura is this is gonna sound corny, but it's like I'm loud in any group or place or competition, no matter where I am or what I'm doing. I'm an asset. I've never been an average thinker. It's like I'm on a different type of time when it comes to trading. Like, this is part of it, man. That's why I say, like, if you're not in it for the love of the game, bro, you are like, listen, bro, you can go be an inverse fair value gap cheeser if you want to. But that's not real trading in my eyes. That's not how I perceive real trading. Like, this is, you have to have a love for the game. And it's like I've always kind of seen that, man. It's like it's like I don't, bro, I will have much more better of a time being by myself. Like, bro, if you want to self improve, you really want to improve, God and by myself, by yourself. Like, you are not going to grow more than that. And it's like, bro, what did Jesus do? Jesus spent time alone praying. You know, it's like, yeah, he had his disciples, but he was like, he literally told them, like, I'm going on the mountain to pray. Basically saying, don't follow me. I'm going over here to chill out, man. I'm going here to chill. Um, and yeah, but yeah, man, this is kind of what I'm looking at from in the first hour. Um, not a whole lot. This really right here was the only not A plus trade. This was a pretty good trade. I feel like that's good risk. That's good. That's like, I don't know what this is. 65 points. That's pretty solid. Um, but yeah. But this right here is what I'm saying by like these market conditions, bro. You cannot tell if this is just a deep pullback or if it is a reversal. Because, bro, think about it like this. That's a 114-point pullback. We don't get that throughout the week. Well, we do now, but it's like kind of comparing that to other market conditions in the past. It's like, bro, this is what it's been. It's been crazy market conditions, bro. Because short term, you're like, oh shoot, bro, we're reversing. We're respecting buy side imbalances. We're disrespecting sell side imbalances, and it's like all the way until you get to like we retraced all the way back into almost 85% of the leg. That right there is where I'm looking like, okay, I'm looking for us to come back to equilibrium and OTE in 71.8 or whatever. Bro, we came all the way back into almost 90% of the price leg. That's where it's like you're in a really deep and, like, I'm going to call that an extreme premium. Like, almost to where you're not, like, yes, that's a great price, but it's like, okay, it's almost too good to be true. That's like seeing a steak for $5 and it's expiring tomorrow. Like, you gotta you gotta eat that tonight. Like, this is, and you're looking at this in a matter of minutes. You know, that's crazy work. That is crazy work. Um, but yeah, that's like, that's what I'm talking about conditions wise. Like, this is very, very strong conditions, man. This right here could probably spark like a, I don't want to say 100-point move, but yeah, man. Like, even if you're a new upcoming trader, it's like, bro, like, I knew like I knew as soon as I started looking at this stuff, I'm just like, okay, I have something here. I'm not gonna say like I knew that I was going to be all in. Like, yeah, in a couple, like 2 years down the road, bro, I knew like in the back of my head, like, gotta trade, gotta trade, gotta trade, gotta trade. And that's from like Forex, MT5 days. That's from like trading Forex on Forex.com, like being a full on Forex trader, then switching to futures, then prop firms. Like, bro, whenever I was coming up, when I was 18, 19, that's like when, I think it was FTMO and like the real OGs, like the OG props were coming out. Like, you have step one, you have step two, then you're funded, then you have consistency rule, like all that. So like nowadays it is so just like, okay, you got to make $3,000 in at least 2 days, and then you're a funded trader. Like, that's crazy. Um, and like, bro, I remember right whenever the Ukraine Russia stuff was happening, MT5 shut down. They weren't supporting U.S. traders. That's crazy, bro. That is crazy, brother. That is crazy. And it's like now we're here. Um, but yeah, like you, bro. Like, I don't hop on the court. Like, dude, if I'm hopping on the court for basketball, it's like, bro, I love that game more than majority of people out there, and that's why you'll see me perform the way I do. It's like, man, it's like I just love it. I love it more, like the game, not just like, oh, I want to win, I want to score points. It's like, no, man, I want to assist, I want to rebound, I want to play defense, I want to pass the ball to the guy who's not that good when they're wide open. It's like, bro, because it's the love of the game. And you have to love this game. Like, you have to love this. And it's like, bro, even like I don't have to be around people to enjoy stuff. Like, there's some people out there that have to be catered to all the time, or just like they want people to be around. It's like, bro, I just vibe off the love of the game sometimes. Like, bro, bro, I will literally have just enough amount of fun drinking a glass of wine, playing chess on my phone, taking a bubble bath, than going out on a Saturday night being a degenerate. It's like, at least I know that I'm getting better in some thing, like chess is. And that's another thing, bro, for the very small pool of people who play chess and trade. Like, things started unraveling to me in chess and overlapping into trading. It's like, oh, I just started seeing this opening. I just started looking at how to utilize your knights like this. And it's like you kind of copy and paste that same mentality into trading, and it's like, wow, man, this is a little bit deeper. But yeah, bro, this is kind of what I'm looking at, man. I'm about to hop off soon, but that's basically going to be it for today. Shout out to the guy who watched this for 49 minutes. You're a G. But yeah, man, appreciate you guys watching. Sorry there was no trade for today, but still a lot of value in here. Hope you guys have a good one. I'll be back Monday to where we could pass these accounts and start receiving payouts. So yeah, peace out.